Trina ass at?
That's what I'm about to text her too.
And this is in Lit and Life, where we discuss the lit we read and life. I'm Layla. Come
I'm
on,
Whitney.
That's Whitney. I'm Shannon.
I'm Rayn.
I don't know why I thought I was below Shannon.
This
Y'all
week we
switched
have
it and I wasn't looking.
it was
Only switched me and her.
Yes. You know what? It's so funny that it never fails to be funny that we still kind of have hiccups with that part.
It's
But
live.
it's live,
Uncut.
uncut.
It happens.
We have Trina
Unfiltered.
and Trina's pick, and she was just here, so I think she'll be popping back on. But this week she chose Thicker Than Water. Is that the name of it?
Thicker
By
Than
Okay.
Water.
Mystique.
By Mystique. Not by the other people that
Mystique.
came up in Amazon.
Yeah, not them other folks.
Not them folks, by Mystique. So I'm gonna let
Yeah.
the other ladies carry on, and I'm gonna go. I have to go pick up some kids because that's part of life. We lifing, but I'm still here, and I'll be popping back on.
Cool.
So y'all take it away.
All right. Well, Trina's not here, so who wants to do the recap? Can we do it? Rayn does really good
Go
recap.
on, Rayn recap. You know you do the best recap.
Okay. Well, this book was about this lady. I don't remember no names, but the lady
Cascade.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so Cascade is married to this guy.
Benny.
She's
Benny.
like terrified of water, so they go on this boat trip. He a little thug dude, and come to find out, Cascade is cheating on her husband with this guy named Cross, who is her husband's like right hand man, right? So her husband find out about it, and some other dude that's in the posse, he found out about
What's his name?
it.
Wes?
I don't remember the name, but he found out about it, and he
Not
go
important.
him. He want to kill everybody because, of course, he wants to be the top dog. So he kill everybody, throw everybody over into the water in the boat. So come to find out, because Cascade got this fear of water, come to find out the reason she got the fear of water is because she a whole mermaid hybrid siren. So when she gets into the water, her legs turn into a whole mermaid's tail, and she is reunited with her family. Come to find out, her mother is like head of the mermaids. Her aunt
not dead like she thought she was.
Right, not dead. Her aunt is head of the sirens, and she is just coming back into her family. The book is full of murder, sex, and just all of the above. These sirens have like a feast where they sing their song and draw these men that are out on boats to their island. They baddies, and so the dudes are like, "What's up?" They had sex with them, cut their head off.
They drain them to the point of exhaustion.
Yeah, like they sleep with them. The men can't get up. They blow in their mouth and they back ready to go. So, but the aunt, she is on this revenge mission because her sister, who is Cascade's mother, banished her to the underwater, and she wants to siphon Cascade's power so that she could take over the ocean. It really was giving Little Mermaid meets The Last Dragon. I don't know, but I liked it. It was like, who's the master? Like they was giving. It was a little fight scene in there. It was good. I liked it.
I liked it too. Oh,
not the Little Mermaid in the Last.
It was the Little Mermaid, because she didn't. In The Last Dragon, the guy didn't really know his power.
I got the correlation. I got it.
He had to.
That's so funny. Oh my gosh,
too funny. But I got it.
No, that was yeah.
Yeah, that's basically the recap, I guess. What was some of the key points? So I think Odessa crazy, the sister, the crazy aunt, she's over here experimenting on sea creatures
yeah.
and splicing human DNA into them. So
Boy.
she's creating like whole like armies of like zombies essentially
Right.
to be her warriors. But then she ends up like not kidnapping, but she finds Benny, who is Cascade's original husband, and then she finds Cross, the lover, and she has them in these like tubes, and she's like experimenting on them. So she takes Cross and like splices his DNA into one of the other male mermaids, Bay, and so like Cascade ends up like getting feelings for Bay a little bit, although it's been like 30 minutes she's been in the ocean, but she ends up banging him, and come to find out he's been spliced across.
To her defense, yes, they did.
Yes,
To her
did.
defense, she felt Cross. She
did.
in her head, she was like, "Why do you remind me of somebody I used to know?" Cross.
Yeah.
So in her defense,
and then Cross, he's like in the guy's head, so he's like, or Bay's like, I feel like I'm being pulled in two different directions and stuff like that. And then Odessa, she a freak, so all she want to do is keep her human specimens and open her slit, or her tail slit opens for her vagina.
That's how I open. That's how I open Whitney.
So she in there, and he don't want to have sex with her, but you know she has the magical breath of Viagra, so she just blow it and get it up, and so they be fucking the whole book, and then like all the girls is turned on. The one thing that they had an obsession in here was very large nipples. Everyone had large areolas, and she's like, and I painted them to make them look larger. So I guess that's a mermaid thing. Yes. That was funny as hell.
Yeah, it was weird. I was not ready for that. I don't know what I thought the book was going to be about. So in the beginning, when they're on the boat and it's like drug deals and you know, domestic violence, cheating on the husband, I'm like, okay, this is a little hood. You know, I like a little hood.
It's good, mermaid.
And then she gets in this water, and I'm like, wait a minute, hold on, I was not ready for the mermaid orgies. I was not ready.
Yes. It was crazy though, because they would
and then to be just over here snatching souls, like just banging the dudes out until they can't take no more. Just like just ash and skin and bones. What the hell?
Drain him dry.
It was crazy.
But then we get what's the mom's name's Quinn, right? And she doesn't even want to be. She's queen of the mermaids. So she doesn't even want to be queen. She really wants to be into like environmental science, apparently. She wants to save the ocean. And one of the things that was cool about this was like they have mermaid-born half-breeds walking Earth so that they can also, like us as humans, one of us would be, like I'm half mermaid. I don't know it, but I'm in my head, I'm all about Earth conservation, ocean conservation. I'm out trying to clean the trash. So they have a lot of people on Earth or on land that are half mermaids that don't know it. I thought it was really cool. Mm-hmm. I was like, because I could see that like tying into actual like all these people who go hard for climate control and go hard for cleaning the oceans, they mermaids. And I'm looking at like AOC on the TV. I'm like, girl, you half a mermaid. You love the ocean.
Right.
But I thought that was cool. But then like so I was a little confused about the whole family history though, because we get to the point where we get to Cascade's dad, and he's the one who slept with Quinn to create Cascade. But I'm like, so the grandmother was Trina, and she was killed by fishermen trying to save a dolphin. But what? It was some other stuff that I was kind of.
I was
like the supposedly mama did die, or like I got confused.
But because the rivalry between they got captured and was in the circus. I thought that was the mama.
Yeah, that was the mama. She got captured trying to save a dolphin from fishermen, and they put her ass in the circus.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
somebody else like a actual they was over there referring to like a picture that was saved of the lady that she thought was her
like
mom, and she actually died. But yeah,
before she was even born.
Right.
So I think that was kind of one of the unnecessary things, because then they started talking about the circus, and I was like, how does that play in to what's going on? Like, I didn't understand. I was like, was Trend a part of the circus? That part confused the mess.
I don't think it did.
End, for me, it got a little rushed to wrap it up.
It did.
You know,
it did.
Like, it got to, like, I'm just gonna put this in here and try to tie it all together to complete the story, but it wasn't really giving.
Because it was just like why did you add the dude in the very beginning of him killing them if you wasn't gonna go back and clean it up?
Yeah. I mean,
I was looking for revenge. Because didn't she say it was like I guess it was more so revenge on
Benny. She did get to kill Benny.
No, but the dude that killed them, like, I mean,
he was dead on
shot
him when they got back on the boat. He was dead.
Oh, true.
Because Benny ended up killing him, or she assumed, she made it sound like he was the one. He wasn't dead. Yeah, I didn't get why they did that part, but like towards the end, it felt like a little rush to wrap up. So it dropped. Initially, I was giving 4. It was giving 4, but once it knocked down to the end, I was like, okay, she trying to. She was rushing.
Yeah.
She done met her word count.
Yeah. That's basically what it was. Because at the end of it, I was like,
yeah, I was like, okay, this how we wrap
it
up.
Yeah. You had me, and then all of a sudden you was just like, is this supposed to be a novella? What are you doing? Keep writing.
Yeah. Well, because even I was like wondering, I'm like sitting here, I'm like, okay, let's get to this war. And it was
especially as a fantasy book.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Even if you had been like, let's make this a sequel, because I could have saw this going in a couple of different directions too. Like, if you had
and you just deaded Benny, like you brought him back to life just to dead him.
Yeah, he could have linked up with Odessa. They could have ruled. They could have made.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't even get his revenge good. Like,
exactly. And then my thing is like, how all of a sudden you got one little drop of this lady's DNA, like the cascade.
Then you a fish. Now you a fish. We just gonna kiss each other and run off into the ocean. Get the hell out of here.
Well, it's got healing powers.
Yeah, but you
it just her. So you Spider-Man, so it just embedded in your DNA.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It was good. It was a good book. Like, it kept me. I read it in one sitting.
I liked it. Cool. I just needed more. And that, like I said, I was at a 4, but I needed more towards the end. Mm-hmm. Like, I felt like she just rushed to end it. Like, she was tired of writing and was like, all right, let me just make the lady go to jail.
She had a deadline. She said, I got to get in this deadline.
Yeah, or like I said, she was just like, all right, I'm over this story. Let me move on. Something happened. Let me just wrap it up. Because even like I said, the war, like, they could have did more fighting in there. Like,
right.
I would have.
Yeah, but you just had the goddess show up and was like, why you over there doing stuff? And so now I done took your powers and now you're captured.
Yeah,
and that's it.
Well, and then even with the little zombie people, like, they was coming out the ocean and pulling people back in from the beach and pulling them underwater. I was like, oh, that's cool as hell. Let's keep that going. Let's kill them folks. Like,
it was just like you said. It was like a news clip. It was like,
yeah, it was it.
Yeah, like I said,
there was some kind of bacteria in the
I felt
ocean.
Like she was just rushed to wrap it up because I wanted some more, especially as a fantasy book. It was a little short for it to be a fantasy book.
Definitely short.
Yeah, you should have. Yeah, but all in all, I mean, I enjoyed it. I read it all in one sitting, like, so it was enough to keep my attention.
I wanted to like reach out and be like, hey, let's chat about it, girl. What you got going on? Like, where'd you come up with this? And I couldn't find the lady.
What's it called? Oh, so I we went at the end of my Amazon, like, while I was reading on Kindle, I went to go leave the stars, and it wouldn't let me leave stars because it's not on Goodreads or something.
Yeah.
So I was like, I can't even review it on Amazon. Like, I tried to give it stars and it wouldn't even let me.
But even then on Amazon, it won't let you do it?
Not off my Kindle. Like, at the end of my book on Kindle, I can review it and it posts to Goodreads and Amazon, but it wouldn't let me do that. But I went to go look at her back catalog to see what other kind of books. And I think she writes like mostly like this kind of thing, because I think one of the other books that she had on here that looked kind of interesting was like it's called like Love Is Hell. It's a paranormal romance, and then there's another one which is like a wolf shifter, and she's a wolf, and I was like, okay. We don't have a lot of people who write like that for us.
Her book, even her picture is giving like exotic fantasy. I think she had locks, and so it was giving like Medusa vibes.
It was a beautiful cover.
I would be interested. I was like, let me go find her. I was like her TikTok or something just to see what kind of vibe she on. But she dipping. So if y'all know this lady's social media, let me know.
Yeah, because she has 21 books. It's not like she's a new author. She has a ton of books.
I was like, don't let her be a Tracy Brown or something that happened to the lady.
Yeah, look, this one sounds cool. Caught between a beast and a hitter. I want to read that.
And a hitter, right?
and a hitter. It has a little hood, and I love me some paranormal.
But you know what? Some people are not like into social media, because it's like Desiree. I don't know if you had ever read a Desiree book. She wrote Hoodwinked and some polyamorous like girl community book. But like she just puts books out, don't have no kind of social media, no kind of like contact outreach, nothing.
So what's she on like sales?
No, people read her book.
But how do you know? How is she promoting her book?
It has to be word of mouth, I guess.
It's word of mouth. Like,
but you could do so much more if you
promote. But what type of sales is she getting with solely word of mouth, and she's not like a like they don't know.
Yeah. Like look at this book title, Blood, Sex, and Sister Wives. I want to read that.
Yeah. See, like I said, Desiree got like a book like that. Like I said, it's a girl community, and the female has multiple husbands. And like all the females in the community got like that.
Right, especially now, social media is it's free advertising. Like even if you're not on it personally, to be on it to not be on it professionally is crazy.
Right. Yeah, especially when you have. I mean, maybe if you're like just starting out, you're like, oh man, I don't have one.
Even
book,
if you're not the one that's doing it, you can hire people to manage your social media.
Shoot, get your friends to do it at that point. Like anything.
Yeah, like how are you not promoting? Like if you now, unless this ain't what you really want, if this ain't your main source of income, and you don't really, this ain't what you're trying to do for real.
But who is this in the chat?
I can't see it because I'm on my phone.
It's on Facebook. Yeah, you like how are you not on social media promoting
the book? Facebook and see.
Especially if they good books. This was a good book.
It was. It wasn't bad at all. In
comparison to some of the other books that's out here that people are going hard for.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah. So I'm not getting word of mouth is, good too. But
hey, Ebony, girl, it just showed on ScreenYard. All it show is Facebook user. So we got to go to Facebook to see who it is. Okay. Oh well, yeah. If you know Mystique, I keep calling her the Wood. Ebony says she know who she is, but she don't do social media like that. We read. Yeah, tell her she can go onto our YouTube and tell her we talking about her book, thicker than water.
She got to tell the people about the book now.
Yeah, because I found like a bunch of books. I'm about to. But why is this one not on Goodreads too? Because like all her other books are on Goodreads except for this one.
I'm just saying, and even if she's not on Goodreads, stuff like that, and then people can rate it or whatever. We're giving it good ratings for the most part, and then somebody else might, randomly pick it up. But
tell her to go and do a re-edit and refresh thicker than water so we can get more of a fight scene and an ending. Tell her that.
She probably ain't gonna do that.
She probably ain't.
I'm just saying she probably ain't gonna do that part. But we gonna, like Whitney said,
we gonna read other books in her catalog, because this one was good. We enjoyed it. It just, like the ending wasn't what we expected. We wanted more.
I wanted some more, which is good. What I'm saying? I wanted some more. I wanted her to.
It wasn't a book that was like, oh, I wish this book would end. I was like, oh no, I need a little bit more.
Yeah, I liked it.
I was ready. I was ready for some things to go down in Ocean Town. But it did.
Yeah,
I I was like, I want Benny to be re-dead. Like, I needed a whole battle scene.
He could have legit, like Benny could have legit teamed up with Odessa and like
absolutely villains
had
against
a whole army situation going on, and
teamed up with Odessa.
And then
the way that she was over here reconstructing people, he could have been not fat no more.
And then Bay, Cross, and Cascade could have been attractive. Could have banded together to fight them.
Well, no, she didn't kill Bay.
We didn't even need a happily ever after like that. Absolutely they rolled off into the waves. And
yeah, you gotta be there. It could have somebody else. We like a well, depending on not all the time, but we like a good fight scene. And then what's next?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, like that's them could have took over. They could have captured them.
Absolutely,
they could have. They could have been captured.
Yeah, she could have killed both of them. She could have killed all of them, the whole bloodline.
She killed everybody else. She killed the daddy. She killed the sister. She killed the girl.
Yeah, and then they came back.
Was ruthless.
Oh, right. I love you. She killed. Yeah. Come and give me a hug.
Oh, I knew she was gonna kill that lady too. When she was, I knew she was. I said, "Oh, she about to die."
Yeah, she was like, "Come here, give me a hug." I was like, "Boy, she finna snap your damn neck."
And that was like, you should have knew better than that, because that lady told you she don't love nobody. Why she want to hug you? Although they was, at first, and I will say this too, because in the beginning, and sometimes, you get a little as you're reading names, and especially in the beginning when it's a bunch of characters, I got a little crisscross a little bit, because I thought at first that lady was her sister. And so when they were,
yes,
and then
when you over here banging out your sister, what kind of ancestral mess is this? But I had to go back and I was like, oh, okay, that's our best friend. Oh,
that was maybe they was calling each other sisters or something, because I could have sworn it. I said,
that is so funny.
This a little. What Whitney got me ready?
I was
Whitney Trina.
I promise you, that's what I was like. I texted the group. I was like, "What have y'all read? What do y'all got me reading?"
You was talking about when you was like, "What y'all got me reading?" I was like, "What's wrong with it?"
I was at the scene when they first got on the beach, the very first feast or whatever.
Got it.
That's where I was at when they was blowing in the mouth and doing all that. That's where I was at, and I immediately thought about Whitney. Though. I said, "Oh, this is some Whitney."
It is.
This is a Whitney
100%
book
Whitney book. Because even when I was reading, I was like, oh, because it has a little bit of hood, like you said, like a little bit of hood in it. I was like, oh, he's a drug cartel.
Y'all almost made me spit out my wine. That's right, because the blowing in the mouth to get the witch card to come back up. That shit was for real.
I remember when we picked the book, somebody said something about a mermaid. And I thought it was just solely based off of what the cover looked like. So as when I first started reading it, I was like, this ain't about no mermaid. And I was like, this is a little hood book. Okay, I can still, this little urban fiction. And then she got
she fell into the water.
I said,
what's coming out her
neck? Also, let's take it back to the boat scene though. How you gonna drug Benny and don't drug him?
Because he said he's seen it. He didn't drink it.
He was like, next time, make sure that shit don't dissolve. You dumb.
That was stupid. And see, this is an example of how you can write stuff that's just dumb in a book, but if the book is still pretty good, like I ain't even thinking about that. But that was stupid because you drugged this man. First of all, why are you playing these games with this murderous husband on a boat that you can't escape? You
don't like water. First of all,
while the man posing his sleep to go mess with your side dude.
That was my thing right there. I was like, hold on, you on the boat with this man and you gonna tiptoe off and you ain't even going to kill him
twice.
What?
But you don't even know when the man gonna wake up.
He fat. I'm sorry, but I hope you put enough to knock out a whole man. Cause he big, you can't just put one tablet up in there.
And then didn't watch him drink. But didn't watch him drink.
Didn't watch. As soon as she turned around, he asked for them heels. I said, "Oh, he not He not drinking.
And then she gonna talk about, you drank that whole thing? If you got to question it, baby, you should lay down.
He ain't do it. Right. I'm going to sleep right next to you. I'm going to go ahead and do my due diligence and sleep right next to you because we're playing on water and I don't like it.
And you just watch that man gut somebody like a fish. You crazy.
Absolutely crazy.
You playing with your life.
Being risky.
So that was stupid. That was dumb. That was stupid.
Yeah. But it set the scene though. I was like, this is dumb.
It did. But I was irritated. Look, I almost threw my phone
and another one that was so dumb when they were on the balcony having sex, but they were so loud. Ma'am, how are you that loud? That the whales and
nobody's gonna hear you.
But ain't nobody heard you. Your husband ain't heard you. Fuck out
He's supposed to be asleep. He's supposed to be so knocked out.
Ain't that much sleep, man? You don't care.
My thing is like, just kill. Like at this point, if you drugging him to put him to sleep, overdose him. Put the whole.
Thank you, Ebony. I'd have killed him. Why are we waiting until we get off the boat? But I'm gonna bang you everywhere.
Don't make
that was crazy. That was stupid. She was on that balcony, and she was supposedly like so loud that the whales are like popping up after you hear her, girl.
She was orgasming and creating orcas.
She being a siren. she being a siren.
That was like my favorite part too about the book was the very distinct difference between the mermaid and the sirens. Like the sirens was unhinging jaws and like bones were. That was really cool because I don't think a lot of people know there are differences between mermaids and sirens. They just think that's the same thing. And they're two completely different species, you know?
Yes.
So I thought that was really cool.
The Little Mermaid is a mermaid.
Yes.
A siren will tear your ass up.
All the way. Razor sharp teeth.
Clearly.
Razor sharp teeth.
Yeah. So even like the video that you made, Shannon,
jointed bones and stuff like that.
Absolutely. She said, like transformation. Like,
yeah.
And then I like too, even when Cascade, when we first get into the book, she's like so upset that she's turning because she's part siren. So she's like about to transform. She locks herself into like a panic room so she don't go off and kill the whole village. I'm like, damn, that's crazy. But yeah. But then what was the name?
Didn't she like bit a hole out of somebody's neck during the sex scene or something like that? She bit his neck.
Oh well, yeah, because she was playing in the beginning. Some girl was teasing her, and she was like, "I like it rough."
Mm-hmm.
She done bit her.
Bitch, you have a whole chunk of skin out of your face. What you talking about?
The sex is over.
They like it, baby. You like it, I love it.
I like it too, but you ain't gonna be over here jawing the fuck out of my neck, bitch. You better move.
They like
crazy.
She said I like it how
they would just eat the whole person. Like even with Cascade, like sees this Benny and like she's using obviously Benny as like a way to get her to choose that path. She just eats him one gulp. It was
a whole jaw open. Listen, y'all see
get a person down your throat,
girl.
She got that gobble gobble 3000. That gobble. What did you Kids can't hear.
Not anymore. But on the ride home from church, I was like, Jesus.
That's why I was like, you getting the kids from church, and we're gonna be talking about.
You should just hung up and pop back in.
You should have.
I turned the radio on. They were like, "But isn't that Miss Shannon?" No, listen to her. Don't listen.
Oh my gosh! Don't let the nephews hear me.
So, based off what we were saying, though, Lonnie, you think you'll like this book?
I actually do, because I do agree with y'all. So. Moment of embarrassment, feeling a little silly. I started reading and read the wrong book. So because this book is not advertising, whenever you put it on Amazon, she doesn't pop up. You actually literally have to type the author's name. So when I started reading it, I'm taking notes. Cascade is married to Benny. Cross is Benny's right-hand man who was being cut out of business deals, and he's sleeping with Cascade. I text Whitney, babe, you sure this the right book? Because it ain't no mermaids in this book either. Because that's what I told her. I said, I don't see no mermaids coming in this book.
I am What book did you read, man?
But that's the book. That's the beginning of the book. She said
that was after
she's talking about messages. We're talking about messages.
Oh,
right? She's talking about messages.
She had already messaged me and asked me what the book was and started reading, and it was like, wait a minute, are you sure this is the right one? Because
so I'm asking her when I'm reading the correct one now. So I'm like, I done already made this mistake. This book is not about mermaids. So I was like, are you sure? Because this is about Cascade being married to Benny, and they sell drugs, and Benny ain't shit. Are you sure? She was like, yeah, that's it. So I was like, okay. So I
What book did you read though?
Was it the one by Megan Collins?
Yes. So it's more. That one was more like sort of.
You read the whole thing?
Yeah. So listen, with the whole thing, I'm like, but ain't no water. When did you ever get into the book?
Hey,
like,
look, that's how I read. That's how I felt when I read Skin of the Sea. Y'all mermaids. Where the mermaids? Y'all walking on land. Where the mermaid?
So funny.
I told Whitney, I ain't seen a mermaid yet. Who is the author of this here book? But I do think I thought it was going to be urban fiction when I was reading this, and he's part of the cartel and stuff. I was like, okay,
girl, you should have known what no damn mermaids in this book.
Well, this one, the way it started, it didn't seem like it was either. So
but at least this one had a mermaid on the cover.
But she didn't look like a mermaid.
She absolutely looked like a mermaid. She looked like a mermaid.
So she didn't have to be a mermaid. The cover of that book, the one that we actually read, she didn't have to be a mermaid. She could have just been a black girl with locks.
Like, she looked like a mermaid to me. She gave
when you
off
say
mermaid.
She looked like a mermaid yes, to me. You see mermaid. Yes. But if you are just looking at it, if you,
I'd
you
be
know
like,
what I mean?
This bitch an ocean fish.
She nice.
She looked like a mermaid to me.
Well, she looked like a mermaid to me. Water for sure, but
and she got gills on the side of her neck and everything. You tell me,
shells and stuff, don't she? In her hair and she looked like a mermaid.
That could be a tattoo.
She got gills.
Oh, you know what?
If your tattoo is 3D off your neck, bitch, you got an infection.
No,
that could be.
That is gills off her neck.
Yeah, because you
Lonnie,
know
this is what happens when you miss
if
the
you
week.
Don't
I
know,
guess
it could be a tattoo.
You got to make sure we get the right covers now. We have to screen the covers in the chat.
Especially as you looking, like if you zooming in on it, but
I feel like just as soon as I saw the book, because I don't even think we knew it was a reverse mermaid until you started reading it. Because Trina didn't even know what it was about. She don't
never know what her book's about. Trina was like, "Ooh, pretty cover. Let's read that one."
I didn't know it was about mermaids until you said reverse mermaid. But the book cover looks like mermaid to me.
It looked like mermaid if you say mermaid.
But see, when I look, because you got to look at Trina books.
You do.
Okay, you do. So I went and I looked at the synopsis and I told y'all it was about mermaids.
So then it looked like mermaid. But I remember you saying it. But I kind of like Layla when I started reading, and I was like, I thought this was about a
mermaid. Are you sure this is the right one? Because Cascade and Benny not sounding like mermaids, and I don't know how.
No, you gotta keep going. Keep going. You gotta keep going. But you know, I hope you're ready because you know it's your turn.
Oh, you ready? Because
if you wasn't gonna be here today, we was gonna have to circle and run the block. We was gonna have to spin the block. Cause I was about to say I was like, we lose. Like, oh my God. Leilani wasn't here. Trina ain't here today. Trenda on sabbatical.
Right.
Not sabbatical.
Dr. Sisters and Little Lord. That's all I got.
Oh Lord. Okay. So hopefully
all I got.
No stuff. Let's see where we going. Let me pop my cherry.
Oh gosh, not a cherry girl. Oh goodness.
Well, all right.
Okay, let's see. Pink is oh Lord. Romance.
Oh hell.
Oh hell.
I got my book open ready. Let's go.
Oh my God.
Her Soul to Take by Harley LaRoe.
Oh, that book is so good.
Oh, is it?
Her Soul to Take?
Yes.
Get ready, y'all.
It has a skull man on the cover.
Have you read it, Shannon?
No, I haven't. I've been meaning to read it, but I haven't got to it.
It's a trilogy, right?
Yeah, it's a trilogy.
What is this dark?
It's dark romance fantasy. Romance. It's paranormal.
It's
paranormal. So, it's so good.
But I tell y'all, I was making sure I put stuff in my jar that was out of my comfort zone.
This is all the way out. This is one of my.
Because coming from your Dusties.
Harley the Road is really good. I like her a lot.
Dust Bowl Orphans was a good book.
Your little Dusties and whatever one that you picked. You picked another one. It was like,
oh, this is 500 pages.
Space one, the sci-fi.
Yeah, it's a big one. It's a big book.
Yes, Deep Space.
She wrote another book that's really good. Oh my gosh, we just read it, Shannon. Did you just read it?
Dare.
Did she write Dare?
Yes.
Okay, so she wrote Dare. She wrote Losers. Ooh, Losers. When I tell you, Losers is it. I think I read a bunch of. I read her. She has a Dirty First Dates series, and they're all novellas. They're all like 40 pages, but each one is about like some crazy ass date night. I didn't read all of those. I think I read like 5 or 6 of her books. Ooh, but she just released the 3rd one to this book.
You gonna be disgusted?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
You're gonna be disgusted.
Let me tell you, I almost purchased when I was in Books A Million the other day. I almost purchased, even though I have it on digital copy, Haunting Adeline.
I like that book.
Look at Rayn.
We know Rayn, you like it. Rayn ain't like that book.
It was. I finished it though. It took me.
It took you a while.
It took me a long time.
It did.
They're both good.
Hooked. So
we read that.
Hooked is good.
Hooked is not the same level.
It's not. Hold on. It's not our same level. It might be hers.
Okay? No, it's not. Hooked and Her Soul to Take are not the same.
No. I'm talking about Layla's level.
Layla's level. I don't care who level. Hooked and Hunting Adeline are not.
It's not on the same level. No,
I would say Her Soul.
You went
along the lines of her,
like 1
of Hunting Adeline
to 8 million.
Damn.
With what? With this book?
Yeah, it's not. Her Soul to Take isn't as bad.
To Hunting Adeline, she went from 1 to like 8 million in a book visit, like a bookshop visit. That's how you went. Like.
Yeah, so Hook is more mild. You're saying Hook is much more mild than Hunting Adeline.
Hella mild. Hooked is because he was Disney movie.
He was S.A.N.R. with a pew pew.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Just jamming it all up. Yuck.
Yeah, it was a lot of non-con. It was a lot of non-con in that book.
What you said? Waste my money.
Go ahead and charge up Dom.
Can you get that as a Christmas gift to somebody? Like re-get like
I'll take it.
Oh.
What? Hunting Adeline?
I was saying if I would have bought it, I would have been giving it to somebody.
Oh,
I was about to say I'll do a book exchange real quick because I just did it with look, bitch. I got obsidian feathers. Wow. What you call it? One of the TikTok ladies was over here talking about, yeah, I heard this author was problematic, so I'll take it.
Oh, look at you.
I'll take that book.
I don't give a fuck about them problems. So I don't give a fuck about none of this shit.
None of that.
Right.
That book was good.
Can you go ahead and photocopy and just send me a loose leaf book?
No,
you good. You good. I'll send it when I get it. I'll send it to you. You just gotta send it back. The same condition. Okay. I trust you. You.
I'm good with books.
You fuck my book up, Whitney.
I can bring it to you to Memphis. If you send it to me before Memphis, I can bring it back to you on the airplane.
Oh, okay.
So
you fuck my book up.
I'm
sisters
good with books.
You gonna be.
I take care of books. I take care of books.
Look, wait a minute. Is she showing off her book with the spray painted edges?
No.
No.
That's a regular.
I don't bust like that. I was about to say
that's a regular. If anybody want a copy, holler at me. I got 2 more.
I do have it right here.
What is that? Whose book is that? Did we read that?
Lucky bitch.
This is the one I told. Remember that one time I
Send
called
to me.
you guys?
I need my shelf is bad.
Oh,
is it good?
This is
there
the one I
Hell
called you.
yeah.
And I was like, you guys gotta
This
read
book
this
is
fucking
so
book.
good.
How much
Look, we was just having no, just here. I'll give it to you. I got two. I ordered two, and then I thought my order was gonna cancel, and so I ordered two more, and so I got 4 copies.
I love the
I
inside
sent
of
one
it.
to Whitney,
I
and I got
send me
2
one.
more. You want one?
Send me one for my shelf.
Yeah,
Girl,
this book
please,
is real good.
girl, this media mail is $4.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Because everybody get it in this book. It's an equal opportunity coochie. Equal opportunity coochie.
And there's a whole ass story. Like, there's look at what it got.
It's everything.
Oh, it's not a map. Not a map. Not the map. Not the map.
Ain't got a map.
It's beautiful. Thank you, Shannon.
Okay. Look, I don't want to bend nobody pages, but look, this man right here, he got fire. This man right here got thunder. And she is just she got 2 people. She got multiple personalities.
That's the whole juice and potatoes of the book.
Next with the different personalities.
Yeah.
Oh,
let me put it on my. Y'all
so
why we didn't pick it for the? Why we ain't read for the podcast?
It was an art.
I don't know, Whitney.
We just I've already read it, so I can't add it. I told someone no. So last
week, somebody else got to pick it because we've already read it. That's
why it can't be in my TBR jar. I've already read it.
Can't
I'll read
we already read it.
I was telling Shannon.
Well, send it to me and I'll put them.
Hey, go ahead. We can read this next. This Leilani pick right here.
Okay.
No.
I'm just playing. I'm playing. Look, Whitney's like, no, I want to read.
I want to read her soul to take. That
was
good.
Dark urban fantasy.
Yes,
it's so good.
And when you read
people be dying.
Wait,
it got everything.
Let me show you. This is how you know it's going to be a good book, in my opinion. These are the trigger warnings.
It do got a lot.
Well, wait a minute. Y'all know we've been fooled before.
It's 3 pages. No. Every trigger warning is in this book.
Okay, trigger.
And this is her debut novel. Say what?
So you can only imagine, like, right?
Oh man, I got on that art team so quick.
Look. Chill. It's only chaos.
Yeah, this book was busting. And I think
y'all having this look up. Why we did not read this?
I don't know. It's because you all made that rule that I couldn't write.
But had y'all hyped it? Well, y'all.
We told y'all what to read. You did. Oh, did you know, Whitney?
Like an
I
hour.
didn't even see this. At the bottom of the chapters, it got a playlist.
Yeah, I think I downloaded the playlist because it's in the front.
But it has when to play the song at the bottom.
Oh wow, when to play the song with the book. Oh, that's
cool.
Yes, I didn't even know that. Man, A.E. Cosby, you did your thing.
Yeah.
Is she on the boozy book too?
No,
I wanted her to go to Charlotte.
Probably because this is on her debut. You know, she don't have a whole lot of books under her name.
That's writing the sequel.
Yeah,
I don't
know. She's writing the sequel. I think she was trying to be on hiatus for a minute too to finish writing the sequel. Because I'm gonna need this sequel tomorrow. Like I feel like this one
is giving.
You know how we like Vicious Bonds,
and it lived off on a cliffhanger, like a cold ass cliffhanger, like.
Yeah, the cliffhanger was ridiculous. But see, like this one to me, I feel like this one was not. I wouldn't say better than Vicious Bonds, but it was better than Vicious Bonds, and I loved Vicious Bonds because this one gave.
I'm gonna start that tonight. Then y'all.
Yeah, this one gave me a little bit more, and it wasn't as long. It's only 300 some pages. But Vicious,
I don't think the length had anything to do with it. I think it was just like the chemistry of the characters. Action. Yeah, and the action and just everything. Like it wasn't no talk. Like you was fucking with them and they was okay.
And you know what, for me too, you know when you have an arc, you can't get Alexa to read it to you. So you physically have to read this book. The fact that I read this book and was like, what? The whole book. It was good. I mean,
Look,
I called
I'm reading it. I'm like, this is what's gonna happen, ain't it, Whitney? This is what's gonna happen.
I'm like, I'm not saying nothing. Not saying nothing. I'm not saying nothing.
Whitney was like, I was right behind her, and she was like, "Have you read it yet?" I was like, "I'm getting to it. I'm getting to it. I got so many arcs.
I like put all them other books down and read this bitch. It's so good."
Yeah, she did. She did.
So what you said is we're not gonna finish the book we supposed to read because
because
we're gonna be on campus.
No. You're gonna finish. Well, I don't know. You're gonna finish. I don't know.
I'll finish.
I don't know. Whitney, what you think? If they start reading the Chaos Wilder,
no, I'll finish the other one.
It's not long. It's like 372 pages. You can read this in one day.
They ain't like you. They got jobs. They got jobs. Yeah, they got jobs.
You can listen to it though on Alexa now. I couldn't. You can listen to it. I couldn't listen to it. I had to read it, but now you can listen to it. Put that thing on.
I have the stuff like that, like books like that. I probably couldn't listen to. Not unless I'm listening to it on like.
Yeah, because this one you really have to pay attention because a lot of stuff does really happen, and you gotta grasp like
some books like that, like fantasy books or books where I really feel like I'm gonna have to pay attention. I can't listen to like Siri or Alexa read it to me because it's not reading it. The way it's just reading words. Like it's spitting out words.
They're not giving.
This was a whole movie in my head.
Yes, I'm gonna have to read it unless it's like on Audible or something.
Because her soda take is 450 pages.
Yeah.
93.
It's a big one. That book is good though. Her soda take is good. Right there. It's good.
That's a big bitch.
It's good though. I think her soda take is on Audible.
Yeah,
it's been out for a while.
Oh,
I might actually. I didn't listen to this one. I read it, so I might actually listen to this one.
It's not on.
I bet you it ain't on Scrib. I bet you
it's not on my Scrib. Y'all said it being, sometimes.
I didn't see it on mine.
So it's not on
I don't think any of her books are on Scrib.
I don't think so either.
I just looked. It's not there.
Well, thank you.
Oh, I got some things to talk about.
Okay.
Let's transition.
But some things have been happening. Oh, hold on. Before I dial it back, what do y'all give Thicker Than Water as a rating?
I gave it a 3.5.
I gave it a 3 because I didn't, give half stars, but I would do a 3.5.
I gave it a 3.5. And when Leila finishes it,
read the right one.
She'll go.
But it has a good start. I can say that because it's a plot twist from the very beginning. So I like that something gonna change because, like I said, I couldn't see the mermaids coming in. I just know her daddy was saying stay away from the water. So I was like, what's in the water?
Right.
Water. So
is you gonna drown, bitch?
Right.
And spice level. What do you give it? Spice level. I give it about a 2 because I'm nasty.
I would give it like a 2.5.
Yeah, I gave it like a 2.
I feel like the spice was there.
Compared to what I'd be reading, it wasn't detailed. Yeah.
And it wasn't enough. Like it wasn't as many scenes. It was like
the best sex scene was Cross fucking Odessa when he didn't want to. That was the best sex scene. The whole even that was just blah.
Yeah, it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough detail. It could have been. It was like so I give it like 2.5.
Yeah, because she said she swallowed the whole thing too. I said, okay, now no kind of.
I mean, they swallow other people around there. Unhinged jaws.
Unhinged jaws.
You're right.
And you can one person. Hey.
Oh, and I don't know if you know, but her soul to take is a horror also a little bit. It's not all that scary.
Well, I see it said it was one in paranormal.
It's not scary. It's not scary.
And thrillers, and that is a thriller. It says.
But I wanted to give you a heads up, Rayn, because I know you don't fool with horror.
What is?
But you read Haunting Adeline. You read Haunting Adeline, and it's kind of like along the same kind of darkness.
But that's not horror. Horror for me. Haunting Adeline was not horror.
I'm just letting you know that this is technically in the horror genre.
So does that mean there are ghosts?
There's not. It's not. I don't want to say it because I don't want to give it away.
Why is it horror?
But see, I thought it was a thriller.
So it's not a thriller.
But they do talk about the supernatural world.
So there's supernatural.
But
I'm not gonna. It's not ghosts. It's not vampires.
She hunts.
I mean, it says on here it's demons. So
listen, this is one of the blurbs. Leon, I earned my reputation among magicians for a reason. One wrong move and you're dead. Killer. They called me, and killing is what I'm best at. Except her, the one I was supposed to take, the one I should have killed. I didn't. The cult that once controlled me wants her, and I'm not about to lose my new toy to them. Ray. I've always believed in the supernatural. Hunting for ghosts is my passion, but summoning a demon was never part of the plan. Monsters are roaming the woods, and something ancient, something evil is waking up and calling my name. I don't
That's
know.
enough. Thank you.
It's not that scary. It's not scary. I read it. It's not scary, but it does.
So they're gonna be conjuring demons, and the demons gonna come through and be sucking and fucking on people. Okay.
And I skipped the demon part of the book because I'd be like that too. Like if I read this, is the demon gonna come? Am I?
The demon is what's gonna
He's
be
the main character.
Yeah. What I mean. I can tell you that I ain't even read the book. You ain't gonna be able to skip the demon. I can tell that based on the cover as you say that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, honey. We gonna see how this go.
I'm so
I
excited.
might be like London next week and be like, well, I got through the first 2 pages.
Right.
It was the wrong book.
Right.
I'm gonna be over there with the chaos wheel, y'all.
Right.
I'm gonna try to read it though. We gonna see.
Let's see. But she says this book contains sexual scenes, kink, fetish content, horror elements, drug use, and depictions of hard. Oh, hold on, just move my screen. Of hard edge play. Please see the book preview for complete. CW.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry about it, baby. We gonna.
What's edge play, Whitney? Refresh my memory.
What is what edge play? It's when they try to get you that like you're on the cusp of orgasm and they take away whatever.
They take it away
and they put it back and they get you to the end and then you take it away right before you orgasm and they do it over and over and over and
it
over.
It should work.
Ooh.
Watch, I ain't gonna like this book.
You probably ain't.
I'm sorry.
You gonna give it a 3. You gonna give it a 3.
I have a lot of notes in my jar. I could like go back.
We gonna read what we gonna read.
If you had told me,
no more take backs. We done changed our strategy so many times.
Yeah, I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna try to get through it, and
it might be a DNF though. It might be.
It might be, but that's part of and that's the thing. Like if it is, that's part of your review of it. Let's just be honest, and we're right to not do take backs anymore. Like if it's something, even though I might be like, I can't get through this.
Yeah, I'm
no more take backs.
I might not get through it, just like Honey Evelyn. I might not get through it by Wednesday, but I'm gonna finish it out. But if somebody had told me what Ruin or Hunt was about, like had probably given me the blurb about what those books were about, I'd probably like, oh hell no, this crazy. But those are like, damn, my top. Them books is fire. And I would have thought I would have liked that type of book. But okay, I'm down for it. Hopefully I can appreciate something new and different. So we're gonna see.
On to book talkish news.
Let's get what's going on. What's going on?
Girl, because a lot has been going on here lately. Yeah, I know y'all heard about the white woman coming out with the 2 black characters. You done read it, Whitney.
That book was great.
You done read it. Yeah, you done read it, and it's causing an uproar.
But because when I read this last year, I definitely said this book is going to get all.
You did
get canceled. I did.
But now,
yeah, I know.
The whole thing is she done came out with a different cover
with
the black people on the front.
Oh.
And she's doing her release during Black History Month.
Okay, because I don't know what y'all talking about. So
the book is called Mile High, and it's
the book is called Mile High. It's a hockey romance.
Dark. It's not hockey.
It's not. Is it hockey?
It's not hockey. He's a basketball player.
A basketball player,
but he's not hockey. He's a basketball player, and basically,
I could have swore it said
she's
hockey.
A flight attendant.
She what? What you say, Whitney?
She's a flight attendant.
So it's about joining the Mile High Club or something.
Well, she's a flight attendant, and he's like an arrogant asshole in his blah, 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 and she is like, I'm not fooling with you. You're not getting me fired. Like the whole book, like the first 10 to 15% is like, I'm not fooling with you because you crazy. And so he's like, he picks at her. He gets her annoyed. He basically wants her to quit because he's so arrogant. She's not giving the time of day. But all this crazy stuff happens, and whoop. But the whole book, you don't really know they're Black. She doesn't expressively come out and say like a bunch of Black things, but every now and then, like she'll reference to her hair being in braids and him, like that they're Black eventually. Is it hockey?
Maybe they changed it. Maybe she changed it. Maybe she changed it. Just like she changed the cover. Maybe
fuck you. Like, I
didn't think it was
Whitney, you read it as an art? Did you read it?
No, I read this when it already had came out, but I read it. I was in my hockey romance, but for some reason I thought it was basketball. Oh, her brother's a basketball player. The second one's about basketball. My bad. I got them mixed up. My bad, Shannon. My bad, Shannon.
I ain't wrong.
Come on, say Chicago hockey isn't complete without me. Everyone's favorite player to hate. I know my role and play it well. He played hockey.
He plays hockey. Her brother's a famous basketball player.
What was the controversy I'm saying though?
She's a white author,
she's
both
white,
main characters
and she wrote two. Yes.
She white and she wrote a book about two Black people.
Yeah, she wrote a black love story. And then the original cover is an airplane, but she's releasing the cover with the two Black characters on the cover during Black History Month. But I already told y'all when I read this book, the book is great.
She been told us. Hold on, but that I already knew I wasn't gonna read it. Okay, yeah. But for you to come out with your cover. So is it like you just don't give a fuck about upsetting the masses?
I think it's probably her marketing people.
Cover, and then you're gonna come out with it released in Black History Month.
But pause. So I'm gonna say something that somebody said in one of our clubs. I'm gonna play devil's advocate here for a second.
No, here we go. I already know what this one is gonna be.
Yeah, so, we already know.
We know the nice lady who wrote the Bridgerton books. We know who was on the cover of those Bridgerton books.
We do.
Well, before they made it to a series by Shonda. Shonda did, okay? So, she recovered her books and she put the characters that were on the show. So we know Charlotte was not Black. We know, was he a Viscount? The one that ended up with we know that he was not Black. Mm-mm. But he is now on the cover.
I think that's different.
That's completely different.
I think it's different. Only because
wait. This is why I'm gonna ask though, because clearly they changed the covers to market to a different audience.
But this ain't nothing new. Like if there are white authors that write Black books all the time, I'm confused.
All the time.
So why? Is
no. But that's fine. That's fine. That's fine, but you could have went with the cover that you had, and she blatantly
she changed the cover.
It's during the cover during
the color, and is re-releasing it during Black History Month.
Well, I think
so. You already know there's slack about your whole book, but you're just going to re-release it and just like give a FU to all those people that had a problem with it.
Well, I would give a FU to all the people that had a problem if it was my work. Like I would if my work is my work is my work. But I think she's re-releasing it then, changing the cover then, because as a Black person and sees it, I'm not going to automatically think, a white person wrote it, but still, I think she thinks during Black History Month, Black people are going to go buy Black thing, stuff that's about our people, for our people, and there are some of us who only buy Black authors, Black characters, Black love, and some people only believe that Black people can write about Black people. So I think that whoever her marketing team is, they're smart from a business standpoint because she's going to get some sales.
If they hadn't done it in the beginning.
If they had done it in the beginning. The problem is,
but there are a lot of book covers are always rewritten, so are redone. Like I don't know covers that are like, I think too for her cover, she shouldn't change it because the first cover is way better than the second cover. In my opinion, I think it's better.
And then she went with cartoon characters. I hate.
Yeah, it's a cartoon, but that's the theme right now. That's the whole theme right now. Is all these cartoony characters. I think and it has a plus size FMC, and it has their two Black. If you read this book, you really don't know. Like it's not in your face Black. To be honest, like she makes a few references to like Black things as far as her hair, and she honestly, I didn't even when I read it, it wasn't even like it was inaccurate. The stuff that she talks about, like it looks like she wasn't just making them black to be black. I don't know if that makes sense or not.
Yeah, I guess I don't.
Because
I know
great,
it's like it's a gazillion white authors that write black books that you probably wouldn't even know. Like, so why is people in it? Like, why?
Because we're into
you already
people
know
say
why.
About everything.
Like, I'm talking about
it's like just don't read the book.
Books, a Duffy, like they know what they know.
But I mean, you could say the same thing about interracial books. What you call it? Black women are writing white men, but you don't see them getting in the uproar about it either.
I don't know. I get why if somebody got an issue with it, then for you to reread. That's why I said it would have made more sense for me if you had done it to begin with. Like if that's what you was gonna do, then you should have did it to begin with. Right. But if you already know people are if you about it, then don't do no shit like this after. Yeah. You should did this from
it's probably that's how, like, when you get your publication companies and stuff like that. I'm sure wasn't her idea. Like, hey, let's come out with a new cover.
It's the marketing team.
It's her marketing team, and
well, her marketing team needs to think. It needs to look at what's the market is saying before they get to doing it. That's with anything. If you know your brand is under fire for some type of racial tension, what you don't do is turn around and give me some more fuel to add to something.
And this book wasn't even on anybody's. Like, I feel like I saw like a few people mention it. Like, I think I read this last year. A few people mentioned it, like here and there. Oh, this white lady.
Yes,
only a few people.
Now everybody in their mouth talk about what.
But nobody's even read it. The book is great.
Nobody,
because it probably the fire was going. It was just like a little bitty little.
Right. Nobody look. They talked about it and then they moved on.
But now, why is you doing this? That don't make no sense.
Right.
It doesn't. And the first cover makes more sense because the book is called Mile High, and there's an airplane. It was a
plane going into the sky.
You need to fire your marketing team, man.
Absolutely.
You need to fire them
because the book is so good. Like, it was like I think it was like one of my top 5 hockey romance books. It was really good.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. I loved it. I liked that. What was it called? Brutal Obsession. There was some dark ones in there. Gotta have it. Gotta have my dark romance. Didn't think you could get a dark hockey romance.
It's so much drama, baby, in the LB.
Oh my god! Even what you call it?
I'm not done.
Even with
I'm not done.
Oh, she said she's not done.
Oh yeah, I'm not done.
Okay. So next topic.
Which one we want to go to Darlene? We can go to Darlene. Darlene. There is this lady. I'm not gonna drop no names because I'm not giving them clout on our channel, so I don't give a fuck. Right. But anyways, there was this lady that did a hot take. They call it hot takes because basically you just spewing word vomit and not trying to get a rebuttal, because that's what hot takes are. Like, you put them out there, then you put your page on like no comments, or like you close your stitches so people can't take your video and stitch it to theirs and say whatever they gotta say, and then you don't comment. So it's a hot take about AI and authors using AI
being lazy.
She called authors that use AI lazy. She did.
We're all talking about Shannon. Let me tell you how Shannon be with the shit sometimes. Let me tell you, because I swear to God, if I say it one time, I'm gonna say it again. So I don't know why you want to bring this up, because I will fucking say it again.
Oh no, don't say it no more. I just realized what was in the text.
I don't know why she.
What happened, Messy?
I don't know why she be doing that.
Rayn, Rayn's response to it about it's some stuff.
Because I'll tell you what the fuck I would have said.
That shit was funny. I was dying. You didn't read it in the messages? Oh, that shit was funny as hell. Go back and read it, Shannon. That shit was funny.
Let's just say.
I'll say I don't give a fuck, because I will say it again.
It was a very interesting comment that she made.
No, where is that?
That shit was funny.
You just can't.
How far ago was it?
It was right there
in our messages.
It was like the third comment after you posted it.
Look, I'll tell you what. I said, go ahead and finish saying what you're saying. I'll tell you what my response would be. I'll say it again. Go ahead. Oh, you can't call me lazy.
I'm fucking dead.
When your tongue
Why was that in there?
Baby, me and your
That was on her thing called her Norbit. I was like,
you can't call me lazy. And your tongue don't work. You can't even move your tongue. It's yours. You can't even do that. You can't even fix what the fuck you got going on. You can't even work your own. You so lazy. You can't work your own mouth, but I'm lazy. Baby, the fuck out of here. So that's what
I'm fucking dead. I didn't see
that.
That's
what would be my response.
Y'all know I be at work all day. I don't see nothing until I actually get a chance to sit down.
That's what my response would have been.
That's funny as fuck.
Me and you, me and your tongue, the same amount of lazy. And my book can be bought in the TikTok shop. That's what my response video.
My thing is that's exactly why I wrote a book. Because I like to read and I wanted to see what was the actual process of sitting down, taking the time to sit down, formulate a outline, formulate a thought, an idea, and then go through the whole process of writing the actual book, developing a cover, doing the editing and all that, so I can see and take account of what an author actually goes through. You haven't wrote a book. You haven't put any words on no paper.
Just to see
it. Do we know if she even reads?
To see,
but you don't even have to do all that to know.
You don't.
Even if she wants to be lazy, she can do that.
But lazy is not a word that fits with the process.
But with the process at all.
Even if it did, but even if it did, she could be. You wanna know why? Because it's her shit. It's her money. She can spend it or not spend it. She can do or not do. I can be just as lazy. If I wanted to write a book and be lazy writing a book, I can put 2 words on a piece of paper and slap a goddamn cover on it and put the shit on TikTok shop.
But my thing is, like, how do you tell someone how to spend their money? Because if this was any other profession, nails is getting too expensive to go get your nails done. So bitches is out here learning how to do it themselves. So now you lazy. You know how much harder it is to do your own nails?
I could be lazy. If I want to do it, I can be.
But it's my money.
I can be lazy if I want to be. Like, if I want to be,
but first of all, that's not even lazy, because if you knew the AI process, you have to think of how what you want the character to look like. You gotta formulate the words, and then you gotta.
It's not lazy. It's not lazy by far. But if
it was audacity to me,
it was
the audacity.
If it was, I can't be.
But I think even if you go to look at the comments on Darlene's video where she's explaining it, there's a lot of people saying there, well, I don't like when AI is taking away from creators. AI is taking away from this, and this.
Somebody else still has to create it.
At the same time, it's because these prices are getting
expensive,
ridiculous too. So,
well, what the people need to do? I mean, you can't make me give somebody else my money. You can't do that. So you can't give, just like with nail anything. If I don't want to pay somebody to bleach my hair, you can't call me lazy because I don't want to give them people my money. Because you know why? Because it's my money.
Exactly.
It's mine. Yeah, I can spend it, not spend it. I can set it on fire. I can wipe my ass with it if that's what I wanted to do. Because it's mine. So how am I lazy? Because I want to do what I want to do with my money. You do what you want to do, and I'm going to do what I want to do.
Exactly.
But like I said, countless amount of times, y'all don't understand, like, editing costs anywhere from $500 to $2,000. What'd you call it? You need editing more than a fancy cover. True covers bring people in, but if you over here jumbling words all through your document,
that lacked editing. We done seen the books that lacked editing. That they should have just put a blank cover with the title and edited the damn book.
The first thing somebody gonna do is go into your comments, go into your reviews. I couldn't read this shit because she need an editor. Not because her cover is ugly. It's because I couldn't read this shit because it was illegible.
And the thing is that, and you take a chance because you don't know how your book is going to do. Like, you're making an advance. You're making an investment in yourself because you don't know how many sales you're going to get. You're going into it blind. Like, you can hope and everything, but that's unless you're already, and even with being with traditionally published, that's going to cost you later. And if you don't make the money with this book, because you probably signed to do 2 or 3 books. But let's say the next book, it's bringing in so much money. You might see a little bit because you owe them for all the work they put in.
All that back pay.
Yeah.
So
People just
it's
need to mind their own
always
damn business.
I owe you somewhere and you have to shell out this money.
Yeah,
so
people just need to mind. I just don't understand why we just can't read books to read books. If you don't like the book, you don't like the book. Like, I don't understand.
Why is it so cancel culture? Why is it so name calling for people's art? And like we can say we don't like a book. That don't mean I'm canceling that author. You know, hey, I feel like it's constructive criticism, and we might not like it, or some of us might like it, but it's somebody out there who loving this shit. Especially if they get a lot of good reviews. You know,
it's true. Somebody read
what was the other topic, Shannon?
Anybody?
You got one more?
Okay. Yeah, I got one more. There's this TikToker.
Wait. So, bitch, don't be talking about other people's shit if you ain't even writing books. Okay.
And even if you do write a book, that's just how you wrote your book. Let that lady write her book how she want to write her book.
Go ahead and spend your money how you want to spend your money.
Also,
you want to spend your money on a cover with a extravagant ass artist. Go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
But anyways, there's a TikToker that has over 250K followers, and she is giving books. She is giving books like the book fairy. They call it book fairy. Mm-hmm. She's getting books from her followers, and they feel like she shouldn't get books from her followers because she said that, okay, I do receive these books, but I'm never going to read them. So like she's getting books. She's basically getting gifts from her followers and just not saying anything about them. Like, you know,
what is she
like she's
so why does she want the books? Why do they have an address to send you a book? Girl, tell the folks don't send you nothing.
And people find
I'm missing something. What?
I'm confused.
Say it again.
Right, because
we all confused because there's this, like I said, there's a follower. She has a vast amount of followers, and they're giving. She has, you know, how people get book mail. Like she receives arcs from the authors already, but people are spending their and she gets paid promos from the arcs that she reads, but her followers are gifting her books. And there's a thing out there that says, like, you know, like people are saying that she shouldn't be receiving gifts from her followers when she doesn't push them
people sending her
on her channel. Right.
Just don't send her
something missing out of this.
Because if I'm putting a PSA out there, hey, send me all these books because I want mail.
Maybe she's not even saying anything at all. Like she'll post her address or whatever, and they're just gifting her these books.
They're just cold sending her
dropping their money and sending her
because
that's their fault.
Just like the one lady that you said do the giveaways and don't do the giveaways. They give her all kinds of books.
That's different. That's different.
That's not the same. It's a difference in you talking about I'm going to give away a book and you got people entering.
No, I'm just saying give her. No, I'm not talking about that giveaway, but just like her, she gets books from her followers.
But is she asking for the books, or did she just have her address on there?
Like they just give it to her. She don't ask.
So
she has a wish list.
For a book and you just send me a book. What how you mad at me because I ain't talking about it?
Why are you wishing?
She has a wish list. They're getting her from her Amazon wish list.
But she's saying she's not going to read them.
Yeah, she doesn't read the books.
I wish
she did a video saying I don't read none of the books that I get. Like it's weird.
But see, this is why I don't understand why you would be mad at her
because people sending the book. That's
because whether she read it or not, let's say I got
you gave it to her. It's a gift.
You gave it to her.
Right.
And she just put it on there. You
can't get mad. You can't get mad because she done said she here's my wish list, but I'm not gonna read it. But go ahead and drop your money and send it to me. I'm not gonna mention it.
But what does she want the books for? That don't make sense.
But it doesn't make sense.
It don't make sense.
She probably just wants them for her library.
But she trying to
and that's fine too then. Okay, so if she's saying that y'all still sending them, why you mad at her?
Everybody's talking about it.
Different. She asking if she like, hey, send me this book and I'm gonna promote your
and then don't do
she never does it. That's something different. But if she just got her wish list up, I got a wish list on my TikTok. So if they send me a book,
thank you.
I may or may not get to it.
You're right.
We got a lot of shit going on.
The last girl that sent me, she sent me her book, and I did read it. But if let's say I didn't read it, she sent it. She sent that book. I said I did read it. I read it, but she sent it. I didn't ask her for it, so you can't be mad at me if I don't post about it.
But that's weird that she's asking, because you're sort of asking when you have this
when you put your link in the wish list.
Like you're sort of asking.
Let me go find it. What's on it?
Put it in the chat.
I'll tell y'all offline. I'll tell you offline.
Yeah, because it's kind of weird that you're asking without asking.
Yeah, but everybody was in feeling some type of way about it. I came across it earlier today, and I was like, bruh, for real? Why y'all because I had the same thing too. Like, why y'all giving her y'all money?
Right.
She get paid to talk about the books that she get. Why you giving her your money? That's how I felt. But
maybe unless they're sending her, even in that, I don't understand why you get mad. But if you're sending her your book thinking she's going to, like, in hopes of her talking about it on her channel, and she doesn't, but that's still on you. But she still don't need a wish list. Like, she's here's the thing. Somebody wants their name dropped. Like, why are you sending this? And you're hoping she's gonna say your name, so because she has a lot of followers,
recognition.
You out. That's the part that's
like, you're hoping she's gonna be like, "Oh look, Whitney."
Does she do that? Does she do like that's weird.
Unboxings and stuff, or book mail?
Yeah, like this other lady I follow, I can't think of her name right now, but people send her, like small businesses send her stuff. Remember, I Am Zoe used to do it. I don't know if he still does, but you know how like small businesses send them things and then they'll like shout them out on their channel.
Yeah.
So I can see if that's what she was doing, but if she ain't even doing that, I don't understand.
Stop.
How would you know
unless announcement? Don't send her shit else.
That's it.
But I'm saying, like, even if you wouldn't know whether she read it or not. The only reason you know is because you said she said it. So if you send it, whether you knew she was gonna read it or not. Let's say she never told you she ain't gonna read the book, so you sent it. Why are you mad? Like, why are you mad? Just because she said that?
People crazy.
Maybe because she got so many books. Like, maybe she. Who was it?
Trina. Great to see you on podcast.
Somebody calling us from our chat. I'm like, who just stole somebody's phone calling us? What is happening?
I don't know what Trina got going on.
Whitney over there answering her.
She done threw me off the thing.
She fired. Look, she gonna answer.
Look, my laptop says Trina's calling.
And she
my laptop and it cut us off.
But anyway, yeah, don't get mad at that lady. Just don't send her a book. Send them to me. I'll read them.
Right?
Link in my bio. Jelly Rayn. Right? On TikTok. Send me a book.
Send us books. We'll read them.
I surely will read them. I need something to go on my shelf. You see, it's looking a little skinty. I need a thick bookshelf. I need a baddie.
It's Whitney over there talking to her. Whitney fired.
She not on there. She not on there.
She done got knocked off.
She got knocked off.
That's okay. All right. Well, that was good. Did you send the lady name so I can go see what she got going on?
I'm trying to see, but I guess I didn't like the video.
The one she don't read, just re-gift them.
Yeah, because I guess I didn't like it.
When Trina called and cut off my audio in my headset.
Since we talking about it, she'll come up on my timeline, I'm sure.
Right?
What happened?
It's crazy how that happens.
It probably the same lady be lying about them giveaways, ain't it?
No. It ain't her.
I don't think she has that many followers.
Man,
she got a lot of followers.
I hope she's not trying to run that scam no more after we done talked about her.
She still
no.
Well, I don't know because I don't follow her.
She still do it.
I haven't.
I'm nosy.
Well, let me just say,
I'm nosy.
I don't know if she on that particular giveaway, Dead Wine Chain gave that book away. She didn't get
well. Look at here.
I don't know if she's ever giving any other books away, but she damn sure didn't get that one away.
Oh my God.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, Trina, what you doing?
Hey, Trina.
She in the darkness.
I had to deal with a postal inspector.
Oh goodness.
Somebody might be going to jail for stashing mail.
Ooh.
Oh Lord.
Don't tell their business on live.
Oh no. It's okay. That's what I was. That's what I was dealing with. Yeah, that's what I was dealing with. No, I'm
all right. Real quick, Trina. What you think about the book? The book you picked.
I gave it. It was good. It was I feel like the book could have been longer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I definitely believe that the book could have been longer. It was definitely rushed at the end.
Yeah, that's what we said.
I believe it was definitely rushed, and I felt like that. I believe that the grandparents shouldn't have been added, because if you're gonna add the grandparents, I feel like there's a storyline for them too.
Yeah.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Sidebar. Why Trina sound like she called him from prison?
That sound like he said.
I'm so done,
like
Shannon.
that, y'all.
Good job.
You gonna be like, you got 30 seconds.
I'm so done. That just tickled her too. That's so funny.
Where'd she go?
She gone. She gone.
She's still there. Oh what?
I don't know. Oh. There she go.
I got an echo.
Y'all hear that?
Okay, y'all.
It's better now.
Okay. Up to my car. I'm just leaving the job.
That's so funny.
But no,
I wasn't on my computer. I didn't even see the comments. Shadowphone said, "Did you hear that the writer's strike is over?" Yeah. So
no, is it?
Our shows can get back to scheduled programming.
All I need is P Valley to come back. Come on now.
Ooh,
that third season was trash.
A third season.
The last season?
The last one.
It wasn't. It was.
No. It was 3, ain't it?
That was the second one.
I didn't watch P Valley.
Well, it is trash. I thought it was 3 though, but yeah, that whatever the
we
last
waiting
one
on 3.
It was. It took a turn that I wasn't expecting.
Right. Probably because they was gradually going into the writer's strike and they rushed that shit.
Yeah, I didn't like it at all. But I will watch it. Whatever. I'm gonna watch it again.
Right.
I'll watch it.
Hopefully we get some good shows. Y'all should have been up in y'all cubby holes writing some good shit. Because baby, what been out here these days ain't been it.
We were stuck on Tubi, Lord.
Not Tubi. I can't fool with Tubi.
Stuck on Tubi. Is that what you said?
I was saying I'm not watching.
No, don't front. There's some good shows on Tubi. I ain't gonna front.
It is, because I was just getting my nails done and we was watching Tubi and they had the Lincoln Lawyer on there, and that's a good movie. I don't know if y'all
you ain't never watched that before?
I have. I've seen it before.
Have you watched the series though?
Yeah. I haven't seen this last season, but I watched the other one.
The series good.
I don't watch it.
Yes, but the movie is really good. I like it.
Yeah, the movie Matthew McConaughey.
Anything.
Yeah, but it's on Tubi, and I was shocked that was on Tubi.
There's something on Tubi. What is it? The Secret. Oh man,
they have that book. It's a book. They made the one of Carl. I think it's one of Carl Weber's books. Is on Tubi. Like they made it. They made it into a little movie.
I know Black Hamptons is a series that was good.
Who?
Carl Weber's Black Hamptons.
Yeah, on Tubi.
Black who?
I think it was on BET. It's a series.
Is that what you're talking about?
Black Hamptons.
Oh, I don't know that. Is that Carl Weber? I think it's Carl Weber too.
Yeah, that's Carl Weber.
Too. But it might not be Carl Weber. I can't remember who it is. But I was watching it because the girl that do my nails, she always got Tubi on. And
it's free.
Dang. I was like, this show looks familiar. I feel like I done read this book before. and then it went off, and then part 2 came on, and it popped the name of the book, and it was based off a book. I wish I could remember, but it was
I'm gonna have to go look.
It was good though. It was good though.
What you call it? There's another author, J Jones. Her movie's on Tubi.
Who is that?
She write books, and her movies are on Tubi. I think Jessica Watkins' books movies is on Tubi too. And so is
so they just put all these indie author books on
Tubi. Ashley Antoinette or Jaquavia's movie is on
what
Tubi
book
too.
is that? What book?
It's not a book. I think it's just a movie.
If Jaquavius was writing with it, I don't think I want to watch it. No shade. I don't.
The shade of it all.
But
anyways, we're finna get off of here. We a minute and 24 minutes in.
Hour and 24.
You can see we can sit and talk for forever. Hope y'all enjoyed our little podcasting. Make sure if y'all haven't read the book Thicker Than Water, y'all go and read it by Mystique. And our next book will be Her Soul to Take by Harley LaRoe. Harley LaRoe. So make sure y'all check it out. Link will be in the comments or bio, whatever. But y'all have a great rest of y'all week and great weekend. Look, she want to come back in, but we done. Bye.
Bye.